Welcome back, viewers. You're watching WION World is One. I'm Shivan John. Now, this is World DNA, the show that gets you ahead of the rest. Let's start with the headlines. Iran claims US is discreetly pursuing talks while publicly threatening war as tensions escalate over potential American strikes targeting Iranian sites. US government urges Americans across West Asia to be alert and ready to leave should there be an escalation in the region. At least 3 killed, over 21 injured after a homemade explosive detonated at an Italian restaurant in Moscow. Investigators, police forensic specialists at the scene. Small tourist plane crashes in Peru, killing all 13 on board. Firefighters, police continue recovery efforts. Protests continue in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as tensions rise after police clashes kill 2. DMK moves the Supreme Court seeking immediate direction to Karnataka government to release Kaveri water to Tamil Nadu. Eight dead, over half a dozen missing as heavy rain triggers floods across Kerala. Chief Minister V.D. Satishan reviews relief efforts. India concludes its historic boxing campaign at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow with a record-breaking haul of 7 gold, 3 silver medals. Starting off with our West Asia updates, the West Asia war could soon spiral out of control as US and Israel are reportedly preparing new heavy strikes on Iran as divisions over war strategy and waning public support in Washington deepens the conflict's uncertainty. Being dubbed as the harshest bombing campaign ever, the US military plan involves strikes on Iranian energy facilities, including power plants and oil refineries. The action could possibly last through the weekend, with Israel having been notified and coordinating with the US, according to an Axios report. The proposed bombing campaign would be aimed at pressuring Iran to accept US terms in negotiations. However, no final order has been issued by US President Donald Trump. At the same time, US embassies in capitals across West Asia have warned their citizens to beware of unforeseen escalation in the regional conflict and urged them to be ready to vacate West Asian regions. The warning posted online by US embassies in Bahrain, Egypt, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the UAE. It came a day after US President Donald Trump threatened to hit Iran very hard. Iran, which is already preparing a response, has accused the US of escalating tensions. Head of Iran's military central command, Ali Abdullahi, warned countries in the region against cooperating with Washington during the ongoing conflict, adding that any country serving as defensive shield for an aggressive America will be engulfed by the flames of war. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi also held separate phone calls with his Turkish and Saudi counterparts, as well as Pakistan's army chief. Araghchi has warned that Iran would respond forcefully to any further American aggression. He had previously warned that Iran's defense strategy would be an eye for an eye response against any attacks on its infrastructure. The potential Iranian counterattack could target Gulf energy sites, including the Ras Laffan refinery and the Mesaid petrochemical complex in Qatar, the Samref refinery and the Jubail petrochemical complex in Saudi Arabia, the Al Hosn gas asset in the UAE, all on target. Meanwhile, Iranian lawmaker Hassan Kashgavi claimed the US was sending contradictory signals. In a post on X, he wrote that US was deceiving Iran by pursuing back-channel contacts while publicly warning of possible military action against it. He further said that Iran's arrangement on passage through the Strait of Hormuz is the only option on the table. According to reports, there's growing discord between, and this is within the US administration, over how to handle the Iran conflict, with Trump exasperated while officials lack the consensus on war strategy. After 5 months of war, which was initially set on a timeline of 4 to 5 weeks, Trump's room for maneuver seems extremely limited. Earlier in the week, NBC News reported that Trump erupted in anger during a White House meeting, expressing his frustration over limited available options to end the war. According to a recent poll released by US media, about 2/3 of Americans believe the conflict with Iran is not worthwhile, while only about 1/3 consider it worthwhile, which is the lowest approval rating since the war even began. On Thursday, former US Defense Secretary Leon Panetta warned that US is mired in an unwinnable war in Iran. Now, a potential US sale of F-35 stealth fighter jets to Turkey is raising alarm in Israel. Despite strong Israeli concerns, President Trump has praised Turkey's role and even dismissed the criticism, signaling a noticeable shift in Washington's tone. As Ankara pushes to rejoin the F-35 program, Israel fears that the move could erode its long-held military edge in the region. Is this a sign that Trump is prioritizing ties with Turkey over Israel? There's more in this next report. Take a look.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump, has pushed back against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's opposition to a possible sale of F-35 stealth fighter jets to Turkey. According to reports, Trump made it clear that no country dictates what the United States can or cannot sell. From pressuring Israel over Gaza to backing Saudi Arabia's civilian nuclear ambitions and now opening the doors to an F-35 sale to Turkey, Trump appears increasingly willing to pursue his own West Asia strategy, even when it does not align with Israeli preferences. Trump's remarks come amid growing signs of a strategic reset between Washington and Ankara, with Trump publicly praising Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and describing bilateral relations as the best they have been in years.
We are among the largest contributors to NATO's operations, missions, and common funds. In this new era for the alliance, which places collective defense back at the center, we are ready to assume greater responsibility for fair burden sharing.
At the recent NATO summit, Trump said his administration would lift sanctions on Turkey and would consider selling the country the F-35. The world's most advanced fifth-generation stealth fighter.
So we have a great relationship, and they're talking about the F-35 airplane, and it's the best plane, and everybody wants it, and we have to make a decision who we give it to. I mean, my inclination, because he stayed out of, he's not a huge fan of Bibi, and he's not a huge fan of Israel, but he stayed out of that war. He could have gone into that war very easily, and he didn't. At my request, he stayed out of that war.
But even as Trump signaled his support, his own administration has made it clear that the deal cannot move forward yet. A US State Department letter to Congress says Turkey has not yet met the legal requirements to rejoin the F-35 program. Under US law, Turkey must first give up the Russian-made S-400 system, pledge not to acquire it again, and meet additional certification requirements before any transfer of F-35 aircraft can take place. Turkey was removed from the F-35 program in 2019 after purchasing the S-400 from Russia. For Turkey, rejoining the F-35 program has become a major strategic goal. President Erdogan says he believes Trump will honor his promises, while Ankara continues to argue that its removal from the program was unjustified. For Israel, however, the issue is far bigger than a single arms deal. Israel has long relied on its qualitative military edge in the region, and the prospect of Turkey acquiring F-35s has raised fresh concerns, especially as ties between Israel and Turkey have deteriorated over Gaza. The issue also reflects a broader shift in US policy.
A massive explosion rocked the Russian capital. 3 people have been killed, around 20 others injured after a blast took place near a restaurant terrace in central Moscow. Now, the blast took place in the evening near the summer terrace of a restaurant. The terrace is located on the ground floor of one of Moscow's famous Stalin-era skyscrapers. According to Russia's anti-terrorism committee, the 3 people killed were a woman carrying the bombing device into the restaurant, a security agent who stopped her, and a customer. Apart from fire tenders, investigators and police forensic specialists were rushed to the spot. A video released by Russia's state news agency shows heavily armed police officers securing the area, which was closed to the public. 21 people who suffered injuries were rescued promptly and sent to hospital. According to Russian media, the anti-terrorism committee has hinted at a possible explosion of a homemade device. However, a detailed investigation is underway as Russia has been the target of several terrorist attacks in the past. A small tourist plane has crashed in southern Peru, killing all 13 people on board. Officials say that it caught fire after impact, making rescue impossible. The aircraft, operated by a private company, Aerodiana, was carrying 11 foreign nationals, including 7 Italians, 2 Germans and 2 Spaniards, along with the 2 crew members when the plane went down in Pueblo Viejo. It departed from Pisco Airport and was on a sightseeing flight over the Nazca lines. The crash happened a day after flights over the Nazca lines were suspended due to high wind speed, thus resulting in reduced visibility. Meanwhile, 2 other tourist planes were diverted to alternate airports for the same reason. Now, the cause of the crash, it still remains under investigation. Peru's Ministry of Foreign Trade and Tourism is coordinating with the embassies of the victims' home countries and providing assistance.
En donde hay otro cuerpo más.
Now, for decades, Chinese families treated property as their safest path to building wealth. But with the real estate market struggling, many households are now holding more cash and making cautious moves into stocks and other financial assets. The shift marks a major change in how Chinese families manage their money as traditional investment options become less attractive. For years, buying a home was considered the preferred way for Chinese families to grow their wealth, but a prolonged property downturn has changed investor behavior. Instead of putting money into apartments and housing projects, many families are choosing safer options like bank deposits, while some are slowly returning to stock markets. China's household wealth has historically been heavily tied to real estate, but falling property confidence has pushed investors to look for alternatives. The biggest reason is the crisis in China's housing sector. After years of rapid growth, the property market entered a prolonged slowdown, hurting confidence among buyers and investors. For many families, homes were not just places to live, they were their biggest financial assets. Now, with fewer people willing to buy additional properties, households are keeping more money in cash and deposits. Chinese households are now cautiously exploring the stock market. The move is not a full shift away from property overnight, but a search for new places to invest savings. Lower returns from traditional savings products and uncertainty around housing have encouraged some investors to consider equities, mutual funds, and other financial products. China has one of the world's largest pools of household savings. Estimates show Chinese savers hold nearly $30 trillion, creating enormous potential buying power if even a portion moves into financial markets. Analysts say this shift should provide support to China's stock market, but investor confidence remains fragile because of concerns around economic growth and the property sector. The challenge for Beijing is encouraging families to spend and invest again. A stronger stock market could help rebuild confidence, but households remain cautious after years of uncertainty in real estate. The change reflects a deeper shift from a generation that relied on housing to build wealth to one looking for safer and more diversified options. China's families are not abandoning property completely, but their investment priorities are surely changing. As real estate loses its place as the country's favorite wealth building tool, cash and cautious stock bets are becoming the new alternatives. The jabs, the hooks, the crosses and the uppercuts, they certainly landed in all the right places for India, as Indian boxers created history by clinching a record 10 medals, which includes 7 gold and 3 silver medals at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. The breathtaking performance saw India finish atop the boxing medal standings, marking its best ever outing at the Commonwealth Games. In the men's 90-plus kg final, Indian boxer Narendra Birwal went down but did not bow out without a fight. The 31-year-old might have missed out on a gold by losing 0-5 in a unanimous decision, but landed some lusty blows to England's Damar Thomas, and that ensured him a silver medal. On the other hand, Sachin Savage took some hard hits but kept moving forward and retaliated with some wild haymakers against Namibia's Tshegen Morning Develo, earning him a gold medal in a thrilling bout of the men's 60 kg final. Savage was trailing after the opening 2 rounds but made an incredible comeback in the final round, forcing a standing count and securing a thrilling 3-2 split decision victory. Meanwhile, India's Jadumani Singh finished with a silver medal after going down 0-5 to Australia's Jai Dixon in the men's 55 kg final. Prior to this, Ankush Panghal struck gold after levelling England's Dimeju Shitu in the canvas by securing a 4-1 split decision win in the men's 80 kg final. Now, just like the men, the Indian women boxers also showed that it is not over until it is actually over. India's Arundhati Chaudhary pulverized her way to claim a gold medal in the women's 70 kg final by beating England's Chantel Reid 5-0. Similarly, Sakshi Chaudhary added another gold medal by landing some hard blows to England's Ruby White in the women's 51 kg final. And furthermore, Priya Gangas romped another gold with a hard-fought 4-1 split decision victory in the women's 60 kg final, while Lavlina narrowly missed out on gold after losing 1-4 in a split decision in the women's 75 kg final. And earlier, world champion Jasmine Lamboria displayed the eye of the tigress by clinching the gold medal in the women's 57 kg final. Lamboria defeated Northern Ireland's defending champion Michela Walsh 5-0 by a unanimous decision. Along with this, Preeti Pawar claimed the gold with a dominant 5-0 victory over Canada's Scarlett Delgado in the women's 54 kg. Preeti stated that she was overjoyed after winning India's first gold medal. Now, with 13 gold medals, 17 silver medals and 9 bronze medals, India's medal tally has increased to 39. Overall, India has secured 10 medals in boxing, 10 in athletics, 8 medals in weightlifting, 6 in para-athletics, 4 in judo, and 1 in para-powerlifting. And the first half of 2026 has proved to be a landmark period for Indian cinema. Let's take a look at the Indian films leading this charge. Dominating the charts is Aditya Dhar's Dhurandhar The Revenge. The Ranveer Singh starrer emerged as the undisputed box office king of the year's first half, starring Ranveer Singh, of course, Sara Arjun, Sanjay Dutt, Arjun Rampal. The film shattered records from day one, grossing over 1,000 crores rupees in its opening week alone, following its March release. By the end of its mid-year run, the film amassed a staggering 1,852.44 crore rupees, which is approximately $223 million worldwide. The movie achieved this mark despite a ban in West Asian countries. Talking about the second spot, the patriotic action drama Border 2 capitalized on massive nostalgia when it hit screens over the Republic Day weekend. Arriving nearly 3 decades after the 1997 cult original, the ensemble film, again led by Sunny Deol, Varun Dhawan and Diljit Dosanjh, it struck a powerful chord with audiences nationwide. The movie grossed 464.5 crore rupees, that's about $56 million globally. It officially surpassed all previous contenders to become the highest grossing Indian war movie in cinematic history. More from Indian cinema, coming from southern India, continued its strong commercial momentum, anchored by the Telugu sports action drama Peddi, directed by Buchi Babu and starring Ram Charan. The film overcame pre-release character debates to rapidly cross its break-even threshold and emerge as the year's top-grossing South Indian release so far. Fueled by strong domestic and overseas theatrical demand, Peddi generated an estimated 341 crore rupees, that's about $35 million in worldwide grosses. Surya's Karuppu, it overcame early critiques regarding its visual effects to dominate the regional market, earning over 300 crore rupees and 340 crore rupees, which is approximately $37 and $41 million globally. Meanwhile, director Anil Ravipudi delivered a massive Sakranti winner with Chiranjeevi's action comedy Mana Sankara Varaprasad Garu, which co-starred Nayantara and Venkatesh Dagupati. The movie earned 300 crore rupees to 310 crore rupees, approximately 36 to $37 million worldwide. We're just getting a news alert, viewers. A shooting incident has taken place in southern Idaho. Police say multiple people have been killed, including the gunman. This is just coming in, viewers. Another tragic incident takes place, a fatal shooting in Idaho. The shooting began inside a restaurant. This took place around 2 p.m. local time before spreading to the parking lot and a nearby parking area as well. The gunfire sparked panic in the area as people rushed to flee. Police officials say several people have died. The exact number will be out in some time as investigations are on. Police say that the gunman has also been killed in this entire shootout. This is a news alert coming in, viewers. A shooting incident has taken place in southern Idaho. Police say multiple people have been killed, including the gunman. The shooting began inside a restaurant around 2 p.m. local time before spreading to the parking lot along with the nearby parking area. The gunfire sparked panic in the area as people rushed to flee. Investigations are on. Details are trickling in. We will be keeping you up to date. All right, viewers, that's a wrap on this edition of World DNA. I'm Shivan Jonna, slipping to a very short break. Stay with us.
In-depth coverage of global issues broken down into facts, figures, and simple words. Backed with analysis from field experts who truly matter, because we believe in decoding the real picture for you. So you get a much wider and deeper understanding of stories from around the world. A 360-degree analysis. An award-winning documentary series, week after week creating the maximum impact. Watch WION Wide Angle at these times on WION. World is One.
On Inside South Asia this week, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is on the boil yet again. Several protesters boycotting the polls killed. What is Asim Munir's endgame in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir? From India to Pakistan and Afghanistan, floods wreak havoc across South Asian nations. And we bring you the plight of the Rohingyas in search of a better future. All this and much more with me, Kripa, on Inside South Asia.
On Wings this week, we feature military tourism in India. We also cover all 25 new additions to UNESCO's list of World Heritage of Humanity, including one in India, only on WION. World is One. WION, India's global voice, the channel that brings you the biggest stories from across the world through India's lens. Now available in more than 190 countries worldwide, because we believe that the world is one. Watch us in Africa, Europe, USA and Canada, South America, Asia Pacific, Middle East and North African regions. Also available on these digital platforms across the world. WION. World is One.
What will the next war look like? What is the future of warfare? From AI-powered defense to machines that think in the blink of an eye. What if your clothes could dress you? A soft robot is making everyday life easier. Can a camera save a life? AI is spotting danger posed by people to themselves. Catch these stories on Tech It Out this week at these times.
Get the latest updates. Breaking news. Credible, clear, continuous. Experts across aisles. Diverse voices, one platform. WION World is One.
In this rapidly changing world, is your health keeping pace? Best practices and breakthroughs busting the hype with real insights. The timeless power of yoga and ancient healing. Good food, good mood. Small steps, big impact. Your health matters. Only on WION World is One. Because nothing matters more.
Get the latest updates. Breaking news. Credible, clear, continuous. Experts across aisles. Diverse voices, one platform. WION World is One.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching WION The World is One. I'm Adhya Juneja. Let's start with the headlines. Iran claims US is discreetly pursuing talks while publicly threatening war as tensions escalate over potential American strikes targeting Iranian sites.